I just gotta be me. What's up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking fact. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe and notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CO BMG. Join that membership and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. So I got hit with like some kind of 48-hour bug. It was longer than 48 hours, but for at least 48 hours, I wasn't eating, drinking, anything. I was cooked, right? And if you see me go 3 days without posting or talking about anything, you can just go ahead and assume that Charles is dead or sick, right? This time I was sick. So end of the day, I'm back. I'm better. I'm still in the men, but there's your answer. That's why you haven't heard from me about 50 Cent and T.I. and King and all kind of nonsense going on. So we're going to play catch up. But before I do any of that, this is going to be one of those videos where I'm just talking to you, because before I got sick, Monday, I'm scrolling through YouTube, just watching different creators and different of my constituents. And this one hit me hard, gang. Like, it hit me after I watched it. And I like this guy. I'm going to be honest. So it's not going to be a takedown video. I'm not going to say his name, but you guys are savvy enough to figure this out. But one of my constituents on YouTube, something I already saw coming, when it finally got here, I was kind of like, oh boy, this is actually happening. This is actually happening. And one of my constituents on YouTube that I got a lot of respect for, but it showed me a different side of where this thing is going. And I kind of have to admit that where it's going, I'm going to have to navigate it, but I got to be me. And the whole simple fact of the matter is, the reason I'm doing this video, one of the guys showed me that this whole YouTube thing is about to shift. And it's not going to be by accident. What's happening is they're shifting this thing back to where the people who are at the top of it are going to start pandering. People like me are about to be archaic. We're about to be Neanderthals. And I didn't see this. I saw it coming, but I didn't think it would be this dramatic. And I didn't think it would be this absolutely blatant. But like I said, I like this guy and I'm going to be respectful. So, and I'm going to like him after this, and it's nothing against him, but I just see it. I see a situation where I see a guy that's 100%, I want to say, I'm going to use the word asking for a J. Cole interview, right? And I'm watching this video and he's going on about how he deserves this J. Cole interview. And then he says something that stuck, it echoed in my head. He said, I don't do the other BS that these other channels do. And I couldn't really hear much after that. I'm like, what BS is that? I don't do the BS that these other channels do. And I started to listen with a different ear. I started to hear the dog whistles to J. Cole and others like J. Cole. And I started to replay all this stuff in my mind about how the last 2 years have gone. And I've seen this guy. I've seen this guy go out of his way to play the middleman and to be extremely fair. And that's one of the things I like about him. I said it in my past video. I said, this guy is one of the most down the middle. He tries to play it fair. And I'm going to be honest, when I look at the big picture of him playing it fair, he still get murdered by any side, no matter what happens. We're not in a play it fair anymore. We're not in a play it fair world anymore. We're in a world where you got to stand on one side or the other, or you got to be honest. You ain't even got to stand on one side or the other. You just got to be honest. And I think right now, when I'm looking at this J. Cole situation, and I'm starting to see one by one, after this album dropped, I'm starting to see one by one, everyone who had an issue starting to try to play nice for several reasons. one of the reasons is his fans are all over you. They're all over you. I get it. The fans are all over you. They're all over me, Charles, da 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 da. Right? And I respect your opinion. But it's to the point that people they're worse than Drake fans because you can deal with a Drake fan. I told you, a Drake fan is a blunt object. But a J. Cole fan is a different animal. And they try to come at you in different ways, and some of these guys can't deal with it, right? Not to mention, most of these guys who are talking in this hip-hop space, to be a J. Cole fan, you got to kind of have a level of intelligence. And a level of intelligence allows you to get in front of a camera and use the mic and the camera to speak intelligently about hip-hop. So a lot of these guys who are in this space, this YouTube commentary space, are intelligent speakers and they're J. Cole fans. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade what it is. A J. Cole fan. Most of these guys on these pages, you can name one that ain't. Like all of them were J. Cole fans before they started on YouTube. I'm just going to be honest. So what we're dealing with is an uphill battle of J. Cole fans who never wanted this thing to escalate in the first place. So where I'm getting at with this is what I'm saying is people like myself who called J. Cole out just like they called out Drake and everybody else in the name of this hip-hop thing that we love. I'm starting to see that when I said it before the album even dropped. I said when J. Cole, you can go back and watch, gang, I do not tell you, I don't make up stuff, gang. I say shit for a reason. You can go back to my videos when J. Cole dropped, what was this, disc 2, track 2, whatever the hell it was called. And he had a video accompanying it. He's washing down a Lamborghini truck, which I've been told that's what that is. And I told you the marketing plan was genius. And from that day on, you can feel a shift. You can feel the narrative changing. That what were we even mad about anymore? What? Why are you guys still talking about the battle? It started to become, that thing is archaic. You're still talking about him backing out of a battle. It started to be like a narrative, gang. This guy couldn't have paid for better marketing, gang. Because before that video, you can make any kind of video you wanted about J. Cole. Didn't matter. Now, after this video, this trailer and this track came out, different animal, gang. Different animal. Now it's very, very apologetic. Now it's very, very dismissive of people who have a problem with what's going on with J. Cole. Now, what I'm seeing now is people want that interview. They want to critique this album and give it high marks. They've been waiting for this thing forever. And now what I'm starting to see is people are bending over backwards. We're turning back into this thing where the magazines ran everything and the artists had all the leeway in the situation. It starts to seem like these guys are doing exactly what Star told academics not to do, was to get wrapped up into the rappers and to start chilling with them and becoming compromised. Now, I say all that to say this. The Cole fans, they want all the conversation dead. And I understand that. This is no knock on the Cole fans. That's your guy, right? We all have a guy. We all have somebody that we feel a way about. And that's fine. But it's getting to the point now where, is this what's going to happen when Drake drops Iceman? Are these guys going to start pushing everything that he's done to the side and start pandering for that elusive interview? It's starting to feel like we got a bunch of fans who are going to start overlooking whatever you do because they're a fan. So somebody like me, right? I didn't get into this thing to be a commentator. I didn't get into this thing to be liked. I didn't get into this thing to be friends. I don't want to interview Kendrick. I don't want to interview anybody, right? If interviews happen in the future, they happen. But I'm not going to go out here overlooking fuck shit because I might get an interview. And I'm not going to be calling other people's work BS because I want to make nice with a guy. Right? What I'm saying is this. I'm starting to see right now, some fan got in my thing. Right? If you still here walking with me, thank you. End of the day, I'm just gonna be here talking for a while. A fan got in my comments. And he said, Charles, you milking the algorithm. This J. Cole stuff, you're milking the algorithm. You're using this J. Cole dissing to advance your channel. What he doesn't know is right now talking negatively about J. Cole is the opposite of that. I can count on one hand how many people still do it, right? Drake is open season. You can talk Drake about Drake all you want until Iceman drop. I don't know what's going on. But before this album dropped, everyone was on board that J. Cole did the goofiest, worst thing in hip-hop. And now it's like, what happened? We love this album. We love J. Cole. What are you guys still talking about this for? And I say all that to say this. Now what we're calling out is hip-hop a disaster, one of the worst things that ever happened. A guy got in a battle. He did a diss record. He dissed the man so badly, people said it was trash. He deleted the record. It's never happened. But somehow there's a time limit on that. And now I got to actually get right back to square one and start critiquing his album as if this shit is fucking magic. And never forget that this guy talked hella tough for years and backed out of it. And just because some of my constituents are fans of his and or want an interview with him, that I'm talking BS when I bring it up. Now you're going to say, Charles, you don't know if he's talking about you. He obviously wasn't talking directly about me, but he's talking about the people who do what I do, when that includes me. Right? It's not BS because we critique this nigga. All right? Let me just say that again. It ain't BS because we critiquing him. And he not just giving us old shit to critique him on, gang. Okay? We're not just critiquing him off the fucking battle. All right? Well, let's keep this, let's keep it down. Let's bring it down, Charles. We're not doing that today. J. Cole has done a series of unfortunate events. But at the moment, these guys want this so badly that none of them matter. Let's just get back to the music. Let's just get back to the music, guys. Let's just critique this 24-track album. Let's just talk about the music. This is how we got where we were when all of the magazines were pandering to all the rappers. This is how a lot of rappers got to be famous, because they'll go up to the magazine and stomp one of these niggas out for talking about them. So they would talk nicely. And this is how a lot of these guys right now, we're saying that they're dumbasses right now in 2026. We're seeing most of these guys that we revered are goofballs. But for some reason, they're still allowed in this culture because of the reputation they built in the magazines back in 2003, whatever it was. This is the same culture that we're going to sit here and let these guys slide with because we want the interview. We're not even critiquing hip-hop anymore. What we're doing, we're critiquing artist by artist, and we're basing it on if we like them or not. Let me just say this. I'm going to be me regardless. I don't do this for no friends. Just so you know. And I don't do this just to get the algorithm going. I'm not going to talk about something if I don't want to talk about, just to get the algorithm going. Half my content is against the algorithm. And somehow, some way, people still watch it. The reason YouTube is successful, people want to hear other voices other than the same old. And I get it. We need those journalists, those collegiate guys who well studied, well versed, been doing hip hop journalism for 30 years. They got a million great, wonderful stories about this rapper and that rapper. We need their voice, right? We need them. But the reason print magazine and all this, that, and the third actually started dying was because it was people that didn't conform to that. And it was people that could get on YouTube with another voice. So if you're gonna bring that here to this space where everybody can do it and say what they want to do, right? And again, I'm not trying to be combative, but I'm just gonna be honest. We're not doing BS. We're speaking what 90% of the culture is saying half the time. Okay, some shit is right, some shit is just wrong. Okay, some shit is black and white. Some shit is hip hop and that's not hip hop. And some things are what they are. So no matter how you try to play it down the middle and be fair, sometimes a nigga is just fucking wrong. Okay? So as we start to shift and build and try to maneuver this thing to who got an album coming out because I like them, we got to figure out how long are we going to say that this nigga's right, this nigga's wrong when they keep doing shit over and over? How long do we, what's the time limit that you could talk about it until, okay, now to me, it ain't no time limit, right? Ain't no time limit. The simple fact of the matter is I'm seeing more and more egregious shit right now in 2026. But these middle of the road people, very dismissive of the nigga's character, of all these niggas' character. Because they still in that mind frame of, oh, I might bump into this guy one day. Oh, I might want the interview from this guy one day. Oh, I'm so hip hop that I can forgive all that shit and just get into the music. I don't know if y'all niggas know, hip hop not just about the music. Hip hop is a lifestyle, and how you carry yourself on the street matters. Your word matters. Your actions matter. If you keep doing a whole lot of fuck shit, then you're a fuck nigga. And I'm not going to keep celebrating you. Because I might get an interview. I just got to be me, gang. And if my viewership dwindles down to 0, then it is what it is. I was happy to get 100 subscribers one day. Geeked out. Okay? So, end of the day, I'm going to keep talking about hip hop. I'm not putting no rapper above it. None. These guys tend to bend and twist and fold up when their rapper do some fuck shit. There's no rules in this shit no more. I can do anything I want. Let's see when Kanye drops Bully, how many of these motherfuckers fold up? How many times Kanye did some Kanye shit? And now he did an apology. Now we all back on Kanye? I think not. So if I'm the last one out, gang, like right now, let's just be honest. I'm starting to see a move to corporatize this shit. To be nice to everybody so I can get the elusive interview. Everybody want to be Drink Champs and Fat Joe. And that's good. That's great. But somebody out here got to really call it like it is. Because we can't have it where hip-hop is whatever it is that they say from the corporate level. When it's an album coming out, oh yeah, this is what hip-hop is now. This motherfucker do fuck shit 3 years straight. Then he drop an album, and we just talking about the album like nothing ever happened. That's where it's going. I can't do that, dog. I'm not doing that. So when Iceman drop out, you will not see me here like, oh, shit, track 4 is crazy, my G. But some of these niggas will be. That is a fact. I told you. When that thing dropped, I said, this guy, a lot of these guys are planning this so that when the album drop, they can pursue this thing without any guilt. When this album drop, they're going to be guilt-free because they've already lined it up that there's nothing wrong with J. Cole's apology. So what they're doing now is making sure that there's lining it up so that when they actually do these J. Cole things and these Drake things, that they already told you they're fine with this guy. They have no problem with it. Just so you know. So I've been saying this for a while, that this has been one long setup so that when these guys actually have a chance to say something positive, they've lined you up for months that they have nothing wrong with this guy. Or weeks, let's say weeks. Because there wasn't a whole lot of J. Cole this, J. Cole that before that trailer dropped. And I told you, I said, I'm watching these guys slowly make this thing all about this, that, and the third. Well, guess what? Let me just say something they may not know. If you read in the comments for most of these things, the culture is not really with you with all this forgive and forget shit. I'm just going to be honest. Yes, Cole has a massive fan base, and I'm not here. This ain't about Cole. I'm already past whatever is going on with J. Cole personally. That's going to be something that we'll talk about in the future, but this is not about Cole. Just so you know. This is about the journalists and YouTubers that I've seen flip-flop and got giddy gumdrops. And I can imagine what that interview would look like. Niggas tripping over themselves to not irritate this nigga. Nigga not asking them real shit, or quietly, meekly ask him some soft shit, and then he throw a fucking lob up and hit it, and then it's back to, oh, but track 8, like just talking about his fucking music. But this is the thing with me. I can't just sit there and talk about your music. It's too many things. People do too many things in the real world, in the social media world, that we have to address. My interview with J. Cole would be dramatically different. It wouldn't be disrespectful. It'd be just very different. It wouldn't make no sense for me to interview him because I would have way more conversation. It'd be an hour before we get to the music. Just gonna be honest. Because me, I am a character person. You would say, Charles, who got? Well, it don't matter who. If I say I'm a character person, you're gonna see me talk about a person and character. How many fuck things you see me talking about Kendrick? How many fuck things? It's so many people that don't do all this fuck shit. But we prop up the ones that make the most sales and this, that, and the third. And I got a problem with it. So my whole thing right here is this. Jockeying for these interviews openly, to me, means you're compromised. So for you to sit there and say, I'm the best guy for this interview, it means you're never going to say nothing against this guy. And if you're never going to say nothing against him, then you're compromised. End of story. So the problem with the matter is, to me, he's not the only one. It's a whole bunch of guys that flipped and went to flop. And I'm like, if you could do that for J. Cole, then you're most likely going to do it for Drake too. Trying to play the middle. So these fans want to attack you. Let me just be honest. These fans attack this guy worse than they attack me. They attack because they know where I stand. It's like you wasting your time with somebody who stands on shit. When it's a guy that's acting like, oh, I'm just going to be fair and honest, so every time I speak, I got to be in the middle. They're going to come at you worse. They're going to come at you worse. Because they know it's going to affect you. End of the day, I couldn't do another video till I got this off my chest because it really, what I'm saying is this, and we're going to get back to the videos, we're going to get back to all that, this, that, and the third. But this one really, really annoyed me because of the simple fact that we're all supposed to be doing hip-hop, and we ain't got to look at the same way. But don't call it BS when we calling these niggas out. As if we supposed to be goody-goody gumdrops all day. Talking about these motherfuckers who do tons of fuck shit. Like tons, not one. This nigga did the mad shit since the battle, dog. He's in a case right now with Cameron because he didn't do a verse he said he was going to do. He flaked on him 4 times. 5, depending on how you look at it. So end of the day, we're gonna wrap this up, right? I'm gonna let the snowplow guy do his job over here. End of the day, I'm gonna call it like this. I see where this is going, and I'm not going there. I'm not going back to the days where we kiss rappers' ass, tell them they shit don't stink because we want an interview. I'm not doing it. Just so you know, and any rapper know, and any YouTuber know, and anybody that watch this channel know. Right? I'm not going to get upward mobility by doing that because I don't care. This game used to be about upward mobility. How many rappers you can get in your stable? How many dope interviews with these rappers you can get? And apparently that's where they want to go back to. Well, let me just do that. Let me let y'all know what it's not going to be over here. It's not going to be that. Because then when it come time for you to call that rapper out, he gonna be like, but bro, I gave you the fucking interview, my G. Now he own you. Now guess what you're going to be doing? Fucking DJ Academics. Fucking for 5 years straight defending a nigga doing fuck shit every day. You officially compromised at that point. So no, it's not BS that I'm calling out J. Cole on his fuck shit. It's not BS that I'm calling out Drake on his fuck shit. And all these other motherfuckers, Dame Dash, this, and the third, whoever you want to put up there that I'm talking about. Dr. Umar, fucking Lord Jamar, whoever the fuck I'm talking about, it ain't BS. Because 9 times out of 10, they did some fuck shit. And I'm not going to forgive you. Start listening to your fucking album, Happy Go Lucky, and acting like you ain't never do shit. I'm going to call it out. And when you do 5, 6, 7 fuck shit nigga things, then I'm going to have a problem with you. And once your character is beyond redeemable, then that's where I'm going to be with you. It is what it is. Ain't none of us no saints, but I'm not going to act like you're a fucking, the king of fucking rap either. Right? Nobody's perfect. We know that. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Kendrick not perfect. Nobody's perfect. That was never the argument. The argument is we need to ask you some real questions that you're not answering. Okay? Really, you're answering them half the shit because you come right back and do the shit over again. So once you do it, you're a habitual line stepper, then you're a line stepper. We're going to take it as that. I'm not kissing your ass for no interview. I'm going to leave it at that. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. Get down in my links, man. I got some fucking affiliate links down there that I would like y'all to hit to support the channel. We also got a new video called This That, featuring me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in, go to the YouTube, my YouTube, hit and type in This That. Watch that video, get in the comments, let me know what you think, man. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.